Some manufacturers have the ability to do short and long-term forecasting for products they manufacture and sell. This forecasting process helps the company to align critical resources needed to support a production plan that satisfies the forecast. Resources like material, vendors, plant capacity, direct labor staffing, and cash flow. Fitrix Advanced Planning offers the modules to support the production framework of a plant resources, vendor relationships, capacities, as well as the generation of sales forecasts and production purchase plans. Sales forecasts may be entered for individual products or families of products. Let's take a look at a sales forecast. Multiple forecasts may be entered for the same item in the same time period to address a baseline forecast, for example, along with additional forecasts for special campaigns, regions, or customer groups. This forecast was entered with a baseline identifier and quarterly unit sales reflecting changes due to seasonality. Forecasts may be entered for units or sales amounts. The forecast can then be translated into time intervals more conducive to production planning by using a forecast interval shown here with a propagation function here. The result is now displayed as a weekly forecast. Each week shows the units forecasted, along with any sales orders booked in that week. The planning applications use these values to ensure the forecast sent to production planning is not overinflated. The planning module includes an Mrp generation process typically run on a nightly basis. This process builds a plan for producing and purchasing products to satisfy a combination of the demand from sales forecasts and sales orders placed. The plan takes into account existing inventory levels and active production and purchase orders to generate a list of planned orders to produce product and subassemblies, as well as planned orders to purchase items needed for production. I've run the Mrp generation process already, so let's take a look at the end results. Here's an example of the planned activities for a produced item. The plan starts with an on-hand balance, then scheduled expected requirements from sales orders, forecasts, and dependent demand on the left. On the right, you see incoming receipts, both active and planned. All these activities are ordered by date, so it's easy to see at any point in the future what the projected on-hand balance for an item will be. These planning activities can be viewed on inquiry screens and reports for master scheduled items, low-level produced items, and purchase items. In addition to the material planning performed in the Advanced Planning modules, Fitrix also includes visibility into how a production plan will impact the production resources within a facility. The combination of active and planned production translates into a load on the resources needed to produce. These resources can be departments, work centers, machines, employees, or teams. Let's take a look at capacity load by work center. In this example, we see an analysis of the work center's capacity versus load for March 21st through July 4th. In the first week, work center WC01 is green and at 3% capacity. The QC work center is yellow and at 83%. And the assembly work center has too much production, so it's red at 167% capacity. You can drill down into each week to show the orders that comprise the load, and using this information, production planners can adjust order and operation due dates to reassign production to other underloaded periods, assign work to alternate resources that are available, or implement overtime measures to get the work done. So in summary, the Fitrix Advanced Planning modules can be used to define sales forecasts for manufactured items, translate them into production or purchase plans, and measure the plant's ability to produce against a plan with the resources available.